Hello and welcome to the G27 Road Warrior with me, Movie Scouse 007, where we play Euro Truck Simulator 2 with a Logitech G27 gaming wheel on my traditional crappy laptop. So, you'll see that we have a skill point to assign at the beginning of this journey, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, if you've been watching from the beginning, you know that I'm going to assign these skill points in a way that you wouldn't do when you're playing. You're going to go for whatever it is that you value the most: long distance, high value, fragile, that sort of thing, just in time deliveries or eco driving. But I'm going to do one at a time. So I've already assigned the first ADR, the first long distance, the first high value, and the first fragile, so I'm going to assign the first just in time. Now at rank 1, this gives us important deliveries, 3% high award for finishing an important delivery, and a 20% experience bonus for finishing that important delivery. So that's what rank 1 gives us, and let's go ahead and apply that. Right, so let's go to the job market and get ourselves a job. So obviously there's a new DAF, I believe, that's been I'm using the beta of 1.14. The SES is 1.14, and they put a new DAF in. And yeah, I don't think, was it in a Iveco? But I don't think, yeah, it was indefinite. We've done indefinite, we've done Iveco. We've done a MAN TGX XLX. Let's do a TGX. TGX. We've done a TGX. I think TGX is essentially the only type, and then it's just got a different cabin. Ugh, we still haven't put MAN. No, do you know what? We still haven't put Mercedes. We haven't ticked Mercedes. So there's only one type at the moment, the Actros, and then it has 3 different cabin types, so it's essentially the same vehicle. We can go from Esbjerg to Düsseldorf or London to Strasbourg. Let's do Esbjerg to Düsseldorf, so that's Denmark to Germany, and we're going to do it's a majestic Actros. It's a Mercedes Actros. Now, obviously, we're waiting for the the official license to kick in. I don't know why they haven't flicked to the Mercedes logo and the Actros name and the Mercedes name, because they have an agreement with Mercedes to do so. For some reason, they're waiting until they have the new vehicle. They're doing the brand new Mercedes Actros. I don't know why they're doing that. I really don't. But that's what they've decided to do. But we are going to go from Denmark to Germany. That's what we're going to do today. So let me get my screenshot of the route. Boom. And then let's accept that journey. Let's take that job. Which is all good. So we're taking a pressure tank, and we're going to get £11,247 for it. Now, I'm going to try not to break any speed limits. I'm going to try not to crash into anything. I'm going to try not to drive on the wrong side of the road or through any red lights. And I'm going to try and get I'm going to try and get the load to unhook the trailer for some reason. So I'm going to try and get the load there unmolested. The idea is there's an achievement for doing all of that. So that's what we're going to try to do. Let's see where we're going. We're facing... So... I think we have to pull it out and go around. So... Let's pop it in gear. And let's now I believe that yes, this is this is the exit entrance that I'm not particularly fond of, because I tend to misjudge it and crash my lorry, but I seem to have done all right. But yeah, good to go. So oh, right in the curb. That's not good. All right, no, that's a red light. Let's not crash the red light. We know how that goes. So this is journey number 7 that we're indulging in. I'm trying very much to drive this version of of this game with as little recklessness as I possibly can. Obviously we'll see how that goes, but I'm still, after 7 journeys, trying to wrap my head around the gearing. Oh no. I don't know. Oh, crikey. No. I've got a bit of a problem. I was trying to fiddle with the oh crikey, I'm gonna have a real problem here. I was trying to fiddle with the gearing, and as a result I have managed to change the gears. Oh no, controls. I've managed to change the shifter. Oh no. I may well have just stuff. No. I'm going to pause this because this is not at all interesting. Okay, I'm in neutral. Alright. Okay, I've fixed it. I should have been in splitter and I was in range. And in order to do the full range, I need to set up a button for changing the range, and I don't have that set up, nor do I want to. I want to be split. I wish I could be split in the other way from 2 to 12, but I just cannot find the option. And to be honest, I haven't got time to do so when I'm not playing the game. At the moment, I'm struggling to find the time to play the game, as you may notice, given the gaps between my uploading. Now that I have reached the end of my backlog, I'm now driving them and then editing them and then putting them up straight away. And so, unfortunately, much as I dislike to do so, I'm having to put them up as and when I do them, which is less and less frequently. Life is kind of interrupting. I've had a massive change of circumstances. When I first started playing this game, with the keyboard, I was taking a year out. And that's why I was able to drive 2 of these journeys a day, and I was able to edit, and I was actually in a position to be able to put 3 of these things up a week and still generate a backlog. I was doing 2 journeys a day and I was putting 3 up, and so I developed about a 3-month backlog, which I have sadly eaten through. I then came back to the job that I'd left for the sabbatical. Reasonably well paid job that I was quite happy doing. Sadly, which I got made redundant from. I'm now having to find work as and when. And in order to make sure that I can pay the bills, I can't really refuse any work at the moment. And that means that I'm pretty much I'm breaking the speed limit just a little bit, and if we come across a speed camera, I don't want to be. That's the nice thing about doing it with the pedals, is that I am able to feather the accelerator and steering so that I can maintain a speed, which is fantastic. It's not something I was able to do with the keyboard. You're on, you're off, never the twain shall meet. Let's slow down just a little bit. Oh, I don't need the indicator on. We don't need to be going that slow. So yes, I got the beta for 1.14 is what we're driving now. Beta for some reason works with ProMods, but the full version doesn't. There was a warning from ProMods that the beta doesn't work, and that you shouldn't install it if you want to drive in Scandinavia. Well, obviously we're going to be driving in Scandinavia. Oh, are you kidding me? And there goes all my momentum. Excuse me, I do have a bit of a cold as well. It's another issue. If I dissolve into a horrendous coughing fit, I do apologise. Anyway, so 1.14's full version, which was released 5 or 6 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, doesn't work with ProMods for some reason. I don't know whether they've made some subtle changes to it, which break the connection to ProMods or what. They're also doing some prep work for the next DLC, which is the Scandinavia and Ireland editions, and okay, we've got a 43 mile an hour speed limit, and we're back up to 50. And I don't know whether they've added little touches in preparation for that DLC, which has subsequently broken them out. Given that Scandinavia was ProMods' initial mod, they made the entire mod was Scandinavia. In fact, if you go on their Facebook page, it's Scandinavia. ProMods Scandinavia map is the name of the Facebook page, even though that's no longer their raison d'etre anymore. They're now not just about Scandinavia, but about France. They're heading towards eastern Spain, northeastern Spain. Sorry, they've done a couple of areas of the UK, Croydon and Portsmouth, most notably. Oh gosh, I've got some stuttering going on, which is not good. It usually means something stupid like Kaspersky. I hate Kaspersky. In fact, I hate Norton and Kaspersky. If I could have a computer that worked without horrendously intrusive antivirus software, I would be a very happy. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I'm so looking forward to having a MacBook, is that the antivirus. Oops, sorry, my apologies. The antivirus aspect of the game, of the computer, is significantly less intrusive, and because Apple is less prone to viruses because it's a closed system, and less targeted because it's not the system that's preferred by businesses, then I suffer less. I'll suffer less in terms of performance, and I'll suffer less in terms of having to have antivirus software. Even when I have a big computer a big fat computer to run this game, I will still have to have an antivirus software. I still have to fight the antivirus software, and I have to turn it off when I'm playing this game, because even with a huge CPU and even with a tremendously powerful graphics card, antivirus software is a resource hog, and its tentacles. To be honest, antivirus software is almost worse than having a virus, because its tentacles go everywhere. There's almost no part of your computer that the damn stuff doesn't invade. And I have the laptop that I'm playing this game on came with Norton, but we chose to get Kaspersky instead, and you can still find little tentacles of Norton antivirus software, even though we didn't really install it. It came as part of the crapware that was loaded onto the computer. It's one of the reasons why I want to build a computer, is that I can limit the crapware that comes with it. When you buy a computer from someone like, this computer is, if you check out the details in the underneath the video, you'll see this computer is a Samsung, and it comes with a load of Samsung crapware that we don't want, don't need, and never use, and struggle to get rid of. And as a result, this computer runs slower than it could. It runs slow because it's a slow computer trying to run a relatively advanced game, which is why it doesn't look anywhere near as beautiful as it really should. But I'm making do. I'm just happy that the game runs on this computer. If I'm honest, it pleases me. So, note to self: I must change I must activate the Mercedes mod, because there's still. Actually, I might not. Yeah, no, I won't. When I see Mercedes instead of Majestic, I'll know that the update has taken hold. So we'll live with Majestic until they update it. So you can see that I'm trying to instill some lane discipline on myself. I'm clearly not instilling any speed discipline because I'm doing 55 and a 50, but I think I know where the speed cameras are, so I think I'm alright. This part of Europe, the speed cameras tend to be on a gantry at the side of the road, or a gantry over the road. So we should be able to spot them before they hit us. Now, we're doing quite well actually. This appears to be a relatively short journey because we've only got 6 hours. Oh, there we go. I think that might be a speed camera, I'm not sure. Yeah, that was a speed camera. That was a hidden speed camera. But we managed to get it down to below the speed limit before we alright, I need to. There we go. I need to be in the right lane, the left lane, the correct lane. English is an amusing language. Right, there's the industrial heartland of Germany. Hamburg is a part of that. And we've discovered it. I didn't think we'd discover it, but we've discovered Hamburg. We're not going to stop in Hamburg because we're going to Düsseldorf. And we've got, oh gosh, 7.5 hours before we need to rest. But this journey should only just take us 6 hours, so we've got bags of time. We've got enough spare time for me to actually park without incurring a fine. Okay. I'm actually on the wrong side of the road, really. Technically speaking, I should be on the other, because all of fast-moving traffic has had to go into the slow lane to avoid me. And we are really chugging at a very slow pace now. And I think, oh no, I think I missed my exit. I did, I missed my damned exit. Oh well, we had a spare hour to play with. Yeah, you see the time has changed it to 6:25 because I missed my damned exit. This is one of the problems with the GPS that I have, is that I have a hard time distinguishing what lane I should actually be in for an exit, whether that lane is an exit or not. What on earth? It wants me to pull a U-turn. I don't think that I'm able to do. No, I'm not able to pull a U-turn here, you stupid. Oh my word. I'm not. I don't know what on earth the game thinks it's doing, trying to. Yeah. Alright, it's going to take me another way. That's fine. I can cope with that. Let's drop again. Oh damn! What the hell? Oh damn, I'm on a hill and it doesn't like it. What? Okay. I don't know what the heck that was about. That was me. I'll tell you what, one contributory factor is for some reason I pressed the brake instead of the clutch when changing down. I was trying to change down gear because the vehicle was struggling with the hill in 11th. Of course, when it does not like hill starts. I don't know whether it's something wrong with the software or for my G27, or whether it's an issue with the game or what. But trying to start on a hill, particularly if the engine is off, is almost impossible. It's an absolute nightmare. So yes. I'm still good to go. I still don't have to. I've got 19 hours to deliver this job, so we're in no danger of being late, thankfully. But I need to get into that left-hand lane because I do have... Oh, you're kidding me. See, the AI is supposed to acknowledge that I'm coming in, but for some reason it doesn't acknowledge. If you saw that white car was not interested in letting me in at all. Oh, I like that. He waits and waits and waits. And then when I finally move, he decides to pull forward. That wasn't friendly. Well, thankfully we didn't have a crash. So far we've managed to avoid crashes. We've stopped at the red lights. We haven't driven on the wrong side of the road. We haven't been fined for any reason as yet. So we're okay at the moment. And our bank balance hasn't been attacked also as a result. There's another one. Not having the lights on. Well, I seem to live with the lights on. Although I don't think I need my high beams anymore, so those can go off. But I tend to leave the lights on all the time. Not necessarily the high beams, but... Alright, let's drop a gear, because I'm struggling with the hill a little bit. So I think we can, yeah, I think we're alright. So obviously this is a short enough journey that we don't need to take a rest. I think I've laboured that point a little bit now. But yeah, this Actros isn't too bad actually. This the interior is reasonably okay. It's not. Oh no, I still prefer having the one dial for accelerating, for speed and acceleration. But I can actually read the gear that I'm in on the dash. If you look in the middle between the two dials, you can see a large gradiated scale, and that's obviously, I think, petrol. And then to the right of that you can see a number, and you can see at the moment we're in 11th gear. Okay, let's slow down a little because I don't want to topple over on this curve. And we do have a junction coming up. Oh God. This is my favourite kind of junction. It's the one where traffic leaving the junction assumes right of way, so it's... Oh, I hate that. And we got away with that. If you watched the last video, you'll remember that I had 2 of those junctions, and on both occasions I got smacked into by vehicles leaving the road that the game has given right of way to, erroneously, in my opinion. In fact, not my opinion, erroneously by all rules of the road. There is absolutely no way that vehicles leaving a road should have priority over vehicles already on it. And just because that road happens to end at that junction is irrelevant. In real world, that road would carry on going underneath the motorway that they're coming off. So the assumption should be that they're carrying on. See, this is an is a ProMods mod. The 2 lorry truck, the 2 tractor units on the back of a lorry is a ProMods mod, and it's always a different vehicle towing than is on the trailer. So if you saw there was 2 Scanias being dragged by a Volvo. I do miss my Volvo. I like the Volvo. I like the interior. I like the mirrors. Oh, I'm running out of fuel. Okay. That's interesting. You forget, actually. And I think I've probably passed a couple of fuel stops that I could have used. Darn it. Ausfahrt, which is German for exit. So do we have... I'm going to zoom out a little bit. No, we don't. Ooh, crikey. I'm a horrible feeling we might actually run out of fuel and have to get a tow to the nearest town, which will be pointless because the nearest town doesn't have petrol stations, fuel stops, gas stations for the American viewers. Okay, so we might run out of fuel. That's embarrassing. Yeah, crikey, sorry, I'm not concentrating so much on where the next fuel is coming from. Whoa, easy, Tiger. I'm not concentrating on where I'm going on the road. So, I'm not going to make it to my destination with the fuel level that I've got. Crikey. It does help having the buttons on the steering wheel, it really does. Being able to just press that button to activate the wipers without having to hunt down at the keyboard for the P key makes a real difference. I'm going to turn the main beams on because the cloud cover is really made it dark. We had a speed camera there, I believe. Oh, this is nail-biting stuff. Will I make it to my destination with the fuel level that I have, or will I just putt to the side of the road and have to call for service? I think that was thunder, lightning there. So, yes, as always, I don't feel any appreciable difference in the driving. That was a speed camera, definitely. I don't feel any appreciable difference between the driving performance of this Mercedes over the Ivecos and the DAFs and the man that I've driven so far. And so really, as always, it appears to me that the difference between the various vehicles is in fact simply one of aesthetics. What do I like the look of? And obviously, I think if you've watched enough of my videos, you know that my preference aesthetically is for the Volvo. I prefer the aesthetic appearance of the Volvo over all of the other vehicles, because you spend so much of your time inside the vehicle, behind the wheel. It's the cockpit that really makes the difference. I'm not that fussed. I do think the Volvo is the prettiest of the manufacturer's styles. I find the Renaults ugly, frankly. I find the DAFs and the Iveco and the Man boring. The Scania is okay, but it's the Volvo for me. It's the one that does it. It's the one that's beautiful. It's the one that it's the one that I find attractive as a vehicle to look at, and also actually as a vehicle to sit in. It's the one I want to sit in. So yeah, it's not grabbing me and dragging me away from Volvo, that's for sure. This majestic Acros. Excuse me, sorry, that's probably a bit. Oh, hello, petrol. Petrol. Let me out. There we go. Ugh. Keep stalling. I don't know what it is I'm doing wrong. I'm doing something wrong. Because it shouldn't keep stalling like that. So, £1.16 a litre. Yeah. Let's just fill it up. We're not paying for it. There you go, your fuel expenses are covered by your employer. So why the heck not? There we go, it's letting us out. That's good news. So, and I'm getting off at the next junction as well, which is excellent news. So we're 1 hour and 42 minutes away from our next year, well, from you guys laughing at my my parking attempts. Let's go, because that guy seems to be letting us out. And he was. I think that's the game, assuming that I have right of way, and I bloody haven't. It's making me angry. It's making me angry that the designers of this game don't understand basic road rules, or one basic road rule, and it's such a shame because almost everything else about this game is fantastic. the AI programming still leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, I understand that they're a very small team and that AI is an incredibly hard thing to do. Oh, I've been pressing my brake again instead of my clutch. So at least it's stopped raining and it's brightened up a little bit, which means I can turn off the high beam. Oh, I can't wait to be able to drive this play this game with a computer worthy of it, when the trees don't look like cardboard cutouts, because it's the computer that's making them look like this. Please, if you're watching this, happen to be watching this and you think, oh, I'm not playing this game because this looks rubbish, please bear in mind that this is being played on an incredibly bad, horrible little laptop. I mean, it's not a horrible laptop, it's just graphically it's horrible. This game can look so much prettier than my computer's capable of showcasing. Lots of jagged edges, sadly, on mine. Right. Let's bring the speed down just a little bit. So there's another of the trailer types you can see. I'm pulling little fuel tank, fuel tankers, little tanks for fuel, I think. But you can see ahead of me there's an actual a fuel container, or a fluids container, a fluids trailer, sorry. And then behind that, obviously, the car transporter, which is, it's not bad. The fluid containers are a relatively unstable load. They mimic the sloshing of fuel by just raising the center of gravity for the trailer, and that means that when you go down, when you go around corners at speed, the trailer's more likely to tip. By far and away, the single most unstable load, though, is the open top trailer for things like ore and coal, coal, lead, that sort of thing. And they mimic the very heavy shifting load. Okay. Alright, and now I'm at 36 minutes, and I'm 30 minutes to go, and it's starting to yawn on me. Okay. So, I'm going to turn right here. Yeah, this is gonna be a second ride. I don't think we're gonna make it. Yeah, I didn't think we would. So, yes, we, so yes, obviously, as I said at the beginning of this video, I'm going to be driving these things as and when I can. So they're going to be less frequent, because this one's quite a palaver. This is the only game I play on my laptop. All the rest of the games that I put on my website, I play on a PlayStation, and the PlayStation's permanently connected to the television, and therefore it's significantly easier for me to to just flick the recorder on and play. That said, another one of my major series is Gran Turismo 6, and that's a bit of a palaver, because again, it's the wheel has to come out, and the wheel has to be connected, and that all takes time, and it's all a bit of a palaver. Ah, of course, I'm in the wrong lane. My apologies. My cold, I wish I could get rid of it, I really do. Oh, I'm turning. Oh, of course. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, damn it. There goes that reward. It's always the way with me. Is I get to the destination and I get within spitting distance of a reward, and then I end up screwing up. So thankfully the load is okay, which means that I'm still on for an excellent. But I'm not going to get the achievement for driving from one destination to the other without a penalty, on time and without damage, because I've damaged the load and I've incurred a crush fine. 2 things which count against you for that achievement. I don't know where that vehicle came from. I don't really know where that vehicle came from, because he wasn't coming from ahead, and we had right of way, didn't we, because we had the lights. Alright, so we're approaching Düsseldorf. So okay, and was Düsseldorf discovered? So I think, let me what's this guy waiting for? Do we have traffic lights or something? Or have they had an accident? I think they might have had an accident, because they're certainly not waiting at lights. Now I think that I can go round this way, and I can get there's a discoverable. If you look at the GPS, there's a discoverable, of course. If I turn left here, is it here? Here. Ugh, no. Missed my window of opportunity. So I still have 22 minutes and a minute left to deliver. So I really need to get a wriggle on, because I will start once that 22 minutes has gone. I'll start to black out, and it doesn't matter how well you hold the wheel. You will. The game will ensure that you damage the vehicle by steering you away from the straight and narrow. Oh, what? Who did I crash into? So I've discovered a Renault dealer, but I couldn't really care less about that. Even if I tried, I couldn't care less. Oh, that's one of my bugbears. I could care less. People say I could care less, thinking that they are saying that they couldn't care less. It's one of those stupidities that I can't understand why people don't. I can't understand how people don't get it. That what they're saying is incorrect. I could care less. I couldn't care less. There is nothing I could care less about. Oh, 2 crashes has dipped us down under 30k. Really? Oh no, didn't want to do that. And now, I bet you... Yep, I thought so. Thankfully they stopped for us, which is good. Right, and this is our depot. So we'll duck in here. Obviously we've got to wait for that Renault. That ugly, ugly Renault. Yeah, thank you. Let's swing right. And swing in. And this is where we park. Right, okay. Oh, come on. Thank you. Right, straighten it out a little bit. Obviously, as always, I get a little bit quiet when it comes to the parking. Because I'm concentrating and speaking at the same time. It's one of those things they make you do for the advanced driver's lessons. Here in the UK we've got an Institute of Advanced Learners, and you can actually get quite a bit of money off your car insurance if... Oh, here we go. I told you. See, we're blacking out a little bit. There we go. So it's I've forgotten what the parking brake is. There we go. And then engine off. And we've got an excellent. Oh, careerist 2 out of 5. So we got an excellent pressure tank delivered from Esbjerg to Düsseldorf. That's a pressure tank, not a fuel tank. Driven distance 417 miles. Time taken 10 hours and 51 minutes. Fuel consumed 350.7 litres. So we got a base reward of £9,597 and 672 XP. A proficiency bonus for level 5 of £719. A long distance delivery bonus for skill rank 1 of £466 and 168 XP. A high value cargo bonus for skill rank 1 of £466 and 120 XP. And a bonus for parking the trailer of 45 XP, giving us a total of £11,247 and 1005 XP. And guess what? We leveled up again. We're a level 6 enthusiast. So the G27 Road Warrior has a lifetime experience of 4,433 XP, and our new target for level 7 is 5,700. I very much doubt we'll make that in Journey 8, but you never know. We can always try. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for reaching the end of this video with me. And no matter how much of the video you watched, I appreciate that you came with me for however long on this journey. So until I see you in the next video, I'll see you on the road.